What's up, everybody? Welcome to Headbanging Through It. I'm Jamie, and this is the Metal Talks, the special episodes of Headbanging Through It where we focus more on music. These episodes are my favorite. I love to talk about music, especially anything to do with heavy or hard rock, metal, and anything in those and under that giant umbrella. It's been a couple episodes since I have done a Metal Talks episode, and that is just because I have been really focused on some of the mental health stuff that I've been talking about. I started, if you guys are following, you know this already, but if you are not following yet, I have been back in counseling and focusing a lot of my episodes on the things that I'm going through currently in my counseling. I'm going to be doing more sessions on that, focusing on cognitive processing therapy and what those sessions entail. I just completed my second of 12 sessions in that program, process, whatever you want to call it. If you don't know anything about it, I will just say really quickly that it is a form of therapy that focuses on trauma and trauma-based events and working through those hard things that we go through in life, and just giving you tools and ways to move through it that are healthy. So if you are interested in that, or you know someone that might be interested in that, check the episodes out. The next one will be out. I'll give you guys another update on that next week. But it's Metal Talk Day, you guys. I love Metal Talk Day. I am a little unorganized today, which should not be a surprise to anyone that listens to me regularly because I literally never plan these podcasts, which is good and bad for me. Because of my anxiety disorder, it's really hard for me to plan too far ahead. If I focus too much on something, I get overwhelmed and then I shut down. So I try not to put too much pressure on myself. Also, the flip side of that is that my life is kind of chaotic, something that I am working through currently, like literally in my counseling sessions. I feel like it's going to be interesting to see how I progress through all of this stuff. And hopefully I come out the other side feeling a little bit more together in my life in a lot of ways. We'll just see how it goes. So today I have very last minute planned an episode on my favorite songs to scream to. So that is what I'm going to focus on today. I think I'm going to just pick a couple of my favorites and kind of like work through the song and why I love to scream to it, what it's about, band, and so forth. And then also, if you guys have favorite screaming songs that you love, I would love to hear what they are. You can post them in the comments. You can send me a message. Maybe it's something I haven't heard yet. Maybe it's something I haven't listened to yet. What do you guys like to scream to and why? I think it's really interesting, the music that we connect to in our own lives on our own personal levels. I love to hear the stories surrounding the reasons and like what each person connects to and why. So if you do have a favorite song that you like to scream to or you put on all the time when you're in like that certain headspace of like, I just want to get shit out of my head and just like rah, I would love to hear what it is and why, and what it is about that specific song that draws you to it. I definitely have certain bands that I gravitate to the most when I'm in those moods. I have talked about my Fuck Off playlist before in my previous Metal Talks podcasts, and that is a playlist that I've created that are just my favorite mental health songs that I like to put on at the gym. It kind of like, some of them pump me up, some of them get me in that mood where I'm just like, makes me feel connected more to myself and what I've been through, and it puts me in a state of mind that just makes me feel a little elevated. I know that music reaches people differently depending on, of course, like who you are and your personality and what you've been through in your life. Not everyone can relate to music that is like screamy or loud, angry kind of type music being something that lifts them up, but it definitely does for me. I will be doing a podcast, a Metal Talks podcast, kind of surrounding that conversation and the aspects of why that sort of like angrier side of music pumps people up. I think it's an interesting conversation. I've touched on it a few times in my previous podcasts, but I would like to dig really deep into some of that stuff and the reasoning behind it and why it empowers us and why it pushes us into these spaces that make us feel good. When a lot of society looks at it and goes like, what the fuck? That's violent and angry. And when I listen to that kind of music, that's not how I feel at all. Anyway, the reason that I want to talk about screaming music today is not because I've been feeling like I want to scream. My mood has actually been pretty good lately. The sun's been out, the weather's warmer, the sky has been fucking blue. It's been a long ass winter. So I'm really relishing in that. We were all sick for a really long time, and so I'm finally back out of bed. I'm back at the gym, even though my energy level is like pretty depleted still. But I feel like I'm like in this space of feeling really good. And with that just comes like music that I love to just like scream to, sing to, like yell to. And that makes me feel, I guess it's just an emotional release, right? And if you're into that music, you understand that sometimes we just like want to push things out vocally and it feels good to just like raw, like scream. And especially if the music is something that just like, if you think about it somatically, like it like pumps up your dopamine, it makes your heart feel warm, and like just depends on who you are. I feel like I want to move, I feel like I want to dance, just bob my head and just like let's go. Especially when I'm driving, I listen to music when I'm driving the most. I put it on when I'm around the house sometimes, but I've got kids and they're always screaming at me, and they always they've got 6,000 questions every 5 minutes. So putting on earbuds is not, I prefer to listen to music with my earbuds on because you get that full like blasting brain experience. I'm actually looking for headphones that will go louder than my Jaybirds. I have Bluetooth Jaybirds that are just like, I can't get them loud enough. I'm going deaf in my old age. Most earphones have those warnings of like, you have your volume too high and your eardrums are going to explode. And I shut that off on my phone so that that warning doesn't come on anymore, because my eardrums were blown out years ago from too many heavy metal concerts and being right upstage by the fucking speakers. So I don't have any worry about losing my hearing. My hearing's already completely fucked. So if anyone has any recommendations for headphones that go like top notch volume, let me know, hit me up. Okay, so diving in, I don't have a lot of time for today, so this episode might be a little shorter than my normal episodes, and that is because I was really fucking unorganized today, which is just my MO. That's how I roll. My first song that I want to dig into, and I'll probably touch on a little bit of lyrics. You guys are gonna have to like just deal with me while I fucking find lyrics and read them for you and go through some stuff about what I like about each song and why. And I've started a playlist. My fuck off playlist, I believe, is public. If you guys want to go check that out, it is like my favorite thing to listen to at the gym. And it's just my favorite mental health music, heavy-ish or heavy genre related mental health music. If you want to go listen to it, it is on my Spotify account somewhere. It should be public. And then I'm in the process of creating another one called I Wanna Scream. And I don't have a ton of songs on it yet. I'm still building it up. I have to actually like be focused to do that, and I just haven't had time yet. But I am slowly putting songs into that, and once it gets a little bit longer, I will make that public, and you guys can go check it out. And if you have a recommendation of something that you think should go on the list, or you want me to listen to that I think I might want to put on the list, yeah, just let me know. I'm always open to hearing new things. There's lots of stuff out there that I have not tapped into yet. Lots of bands that I still am getting to know in the metal world. So hit me up with suggestions any fucking time. I love that shit. Okay, so the first song that I want to dig into, first of all, my favorite fucking screaming band of all time, and I'm gonna have lots of episodes on them, and I've said that before, is Slipknot. And I know a lot of people, I think there's like this love-hate thing with Slipknot. I'm not really sure why. I have a lot of friends that don't love them, and that it doesn't bother me at all. I absolutely fucking love Corey Taylor. I love everything that he does. And I think that his music is like loud, screamy, chaotic, and I love all of those aspects of heavy metal. I want it to feel a little like out of sorts sometimes, because that's how I feel in my life when I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or like I just want to fucking scream. Chaotic is a big piece of that for me. And the chaos of the songs that Slipknot has actually bring me a sense of calmness. I think because I can relate and connect to feeling chaotic, and then that chaotic booming drumming war kind of sound that they have is so much more chaotic than what I'm feeling in my body. And for some reason that brings me down into a more settled state of mind. And I don't know if that's just a nervous system thing for me because of my post-traumatic stress disorder and everything that I've gone through with my nervous system and how fucked up it is, that it's like something that my body just connects to for some reason. I don't try to rationalize why I connect to things. I just know that it makes me feel good. I don't need an explanation for that, I guess. There's so many fucking Slipknot songs that I love. But my favorite ones to scream to and to listen to when I'm just like, of course, like Duality. I think that most people know that song and love that song. There's so many things about that song that are good. I push my fingers into my eyes. I mean, how many of us just feel like we want to just like, thank you, Corey Taylor, for Thank you for saying all the fucking things that the rest of us don't have the balls to say. The lyrics in that song are just like, I think most people have heard it. But yeah, I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache, but it's made all of the things I have to take. Jesus, it never ends. It works its way inside if the pain goes on. I've screamed until my veins collapsed. I've waited as my time's elapsed. Like it there's so many like pieces of this. It's just so fucking deep, right? Like there's so many levels to this song when you go into Corey Taylor's mind that you're like, wow. Like I've definitely felt this level of agony and pain. I've screamed until my veins collapsed. I've waited as my time's elapsed. Now all I do is live with so much fate. I've wished for this, I bitched at that. I've left behind this little fact. You cannot kill what you did not create. I've got to say what I've got to say, and then I swear I'll go away, but I can't promise you'll enjoy the noise. I guess I'll save the best for last. My future seems like one big past. You're left with me because you left me no choice. I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the ache. I push my fingers into my eyes. I I have definitely felt that level of like frustration, agony where I just want to like throw something or kick something or push my fingers into my own fucking eyes. Sure. Push my fingers into someone else's eyes? Absolutely. Like, am I a violent person? No, I'm not at all. But I think we can, on some level, can relate to feeling that emotion of just like feeling so frustrated that you just want to rip something. I don't know. The thing I love about Corey Taylor the most is that he just says whatever the fuck he wants and he doesn't care what people think. He's saying things that the rest of us are thinking and not saying. And I appreciate that. I just think that it is like what fucking art is supposed to be about, right? Like saying the things and putting things out there that other people wouldn't necessarily have the balls to say or do or put out there. So duality, it's got like this really edge to it that just it ticks all the boxes for like a good screamy angry metal song. Before I Forget is also one of my favorite screaming Slipknot songs. I think I like it because it's kind of like about feeling trapped. I mean, I can relate to that on so many fucking levels of my life and so many things that I've been through in my life. I mean, I feel like I'm in a fucking cage sometimes. And that song just like makes me feel like I can bust out of it. It just makes me feel like I can fucking have some connection to myself and feel okay with feeling the way that I feel and just like embrace all of that and scream. I'll read you guys some of the lyrics as well to this song. Stapled shut inside an outside world and I'm sealed in tight, bizarre but right at home. Claustrophobic, closing in and I'm claustrophobic, not again. If any of you have dealt with like any sort of trauma or anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder like I have, feeling like the world is literally caving in on you is a really big piece of what you go through when you're having mental health struggles that are really significant. And so claustrophobia and feeling like you're suffocating in those spaces where you're alone and trying to figure out what the fuck to do with yourself and your mental health, it's just really relatable to me. I'm smeared across the page and doused in gasoline. I wear you like a stain, yet I'm the one who's obscene. Catch me upon all your sordid little insurrections. I've got no time to lose, and I'm just caught up in all the cattle. Fray the strings, throw the shapes, hold your breath, and listen. I mean, I just fucking love that. I love everything about it. I'm just caught up in all the cattle. Yeah, like that's relatable in life of just like how we get so distracted and get caught up in the rat race and like following the herds and like doing all the things that everyone's doing because we're supposed to do those things when in reality, what is best for us is figuring out what the fuck we need as individuals and looking into our own selves and doing the things that are healthy for us as each individual person because we don't all have the same needs. We don't all have the same wants. We don't all have the same fucking dreams, right? Like everything that we do in this life is not the same as the person like living next door. And I think we get caught up in our societal needs or so called needs or what society thinks we all need. And we lose track of who we are. And therefore, we lose track of how we should be living. And we lose sight of what actually makes us fucking happy. So, I mean, that's one sentence. And to me, I feel like there's a lot packed into that. I can relate to that. I think all of us can on some level. And Corey Taylor just has this really cool way of writing things down and putting it in this perspective of like, it's really visual. Not every artist can do that. Not every musician can do that. Not everyone that writes a song can make it come to life and feel so powerful in that way. I think that's true artistic talent is when you put a piece of art together and it speaks so loudly to so many people that they feel it so deeply that it impacts who they are as humans. So for me, this song does that. I fucking love to run to it. I love to just like have it on in my headphones. There's so many Slipknot songs that I feel the same way about. These are just like those are two of my favorites. Really like the first two fucking albums. All of the songs on there I love. But for the screaming like connections in the lyrics, like I love this. I also the chorus is really cool. I am a world before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget that I'm a world before I'm a man. I was a creature before I could stand. I don't know what that means, but like I think there's a piece of that I mean, it can mean whatever you want it to mean. Really, only person that knows what it actually means is Corey Taylor, and what that means to him, who fucking knows? Maybe he talks about it in his interviews. I don't know. I was a creature before I could stand. I don't know what any of that means, but I really like it. I think it sounds cool. I think the lyrics are interesting. I will remember before I forget. Before I forget that I am a world before I'm a man. It makes you think and it makes you wonder. And I don't know, there's just like a lot of pieces of this song. I'm ripped across the ditch and settled in the dirt, and I wear you like a stitch, yet I'm the one who's hurt. Pay attention to your twisted little indiscretions. I've got no right to win. I'm just caught up in all the battles, locked in clutch, pushed in place. Hold your breath and listen. It's just like one of those songs that demands attention of like, listen up, I've got something to fucking say. Sometimes I feel like that in my life. Like I just want people to fucking listen to what I have to say about the shit that I've seen and I've gone through. I have two kids that never listen to me, so I feel invisible a lot in my fucking house. It demands attention. It's powerful. It's loud. And I like it. Okay, so moving on from that, I talked about I Prevail on my last, was it my last podcast or maybe a couple of Metal Talks episodes ago? Oh, I should mention this, you guys. My Metal Talks, like the full versions of my Metal Talks episodes are found on Spotify under Headbanging Through It, the Metal Talks. It's its own channel, and it's its own channel because sometimes I play clips of music and I talk about those clips of music. And when I do that, I can't put the episodes, my regular Headbanging Through It podcast episodes, because there's copyright infringement shit. So sometimes I play clips of songs. On that episode where I did talk about I Prevail, I played like an Instagram clip of this kid that came up on stage with them and started screaming, like singing one of their songs. And it was fucking awesome. If you haven't seen it, definitely go find it. It's really cool. But one of my favorite songs to scream to right now is Violent Nature by I Prevail, which is a new song of theirs. And if you haven't heard it yet, it's worth listening to. It's fucking awesome. The lyrics are like pretty violent, which I'm okay with. I don't know. I know some people get in this like headspace of I talk a lot about like how not all heavy metal is like angry and violent and that it's got a lot of stigma and stereotypes surrounding it. Well, this song kind of checks all those boxes. It does have violent lyrics. It is very angry. It is quite aggressive, and it comes out across as like a song that might scare people. But I really fucking like it. I like it because it makes me laugh because he's just like screaming whatever the fuck he wants. I'm a sick motherfucker with a violent nature. Okay, throw it out there, man. Like, I don't know if he's singing about himself. I don't know if he's singing about like someone he knows in his life that did something shitty. You know, there's lots of reasons that people that write songs and create songs that are about this kind of stuff. And it's not just about them, right? It's not like them screaming like I want to fucking kill people. It really could be about anything. People go through a lot of things in their life. People go through violent events. People have abusive parents and spouses and friendships. There's lots of different aspects of life that we don't always like think about immediately when we hear a song like this. I don't know what it's about, but I think it is like really awesome and it's fun to scream to and I like to sing to it. It's just like a good, like raw, angry, fucking screaming song. The first line is shut the fuck up, do me a favor, cut your heart out, then swallow the razor. uh, and you know what? There's people on the planet that I really just don't have a lot of love for. And sometimes I'm just like, go fuck yourself. I'm not a super angry person. I don't feel like I'm a super angry person. But there are times where you're just like, you know what? Go chew on glass. Like, get fucked. There are people in the world that just get exhausting to be around. And you're like, you suck. We all have people in our lives that we have had experiences with like that. And sometimes it's just a song that feels good to just be like, you know what? Go fuck off. I've been through a lot of shit in my life with my job. When I have angry songs that I connect you to, it's not just directed at a person. Sometimes it's directed at my mental health. How about my PTSD shuts the fuck up and swallows a razor, right? Like it doesn't just necessarily have to be directed at a person. There's that aspect of it as well. Those are the first two lines. I'm no saint. I'm not your savior. I'm a sick motherfucker with a violent nature. Hate is all I know. I grind my teeth on the fucking chain. I don't know what that means, but the visual is fucking awesome. I grind my teeth on the fucking chain. Is it the chain of life? Is it just like he's chewing on a metal chain and he fucking cracked his teeth because he's angry? I don't fucking know. The visual is amazing. I feel like I am the one chewing on the chain and just like that visual of how it just like pops into your brain. I love that for some reason. I just like, it's like horror movie shit. I love horror movies. So that's cool. I grind my teeth on the fucking chain till the feeling goes away. So I'll bite the hand that feeds just to watch it bleed. I'm a sick motherfucker with a violent nature. All of that is cool. I just love it. Come break me and take me to the unforgiving, unmake me and save me from this hell of living. Hell yeah. All of that. Yes to all of that, right? Like when you are going through hard times and everything feels fucking hard and shitty and it's just like you're drained and exhausted and had enough of everything. Come break me and take me to the unforgiving. I don't know what the unforgiving is. It doesn't really matter. Unmake me and save me from this hell of living. I've felt that. I've felt that multiple times in my life when I've been in these hard moments where it's just like everything is too fucking hard. Get me out of here. Do I feel like that all the time? Absolutely fucking not. I just love songs that pull out the things that people think about and never say. And I think that is why I relate to all of this kind of music so much, is because I have literally been silent in my trauma and my mental health issues and all of the things that I have struggled through in my life forever, for my whole fucking existence. I relate to songs that are about that. I like to scream to them and they make me feel fucking good. Here's a really quick like bit of this song. Anyways, yeah, it's a good song. It's a cool song. Okay, what else is on my list? There's like a bunch of Barry Tomorrow. I'm running out of time. I want to hit up a couple of Barry Tomorrow songs that I really like. Well, Choke for sure. This song's cool. Again, if you want to hear the version of these podcasts that have the musical clips in them, you have to go to Headbanging Through It, the Metal Talks, to see and hear the full versions with the songs in it. You guys can also just go fucking look them up. I mean, they're really easy to find. That song was Violent Nature by I Prevail. This one is Choke by Barry Tomorrow. It's off of their Cannibal album. Okay, I love this song so much for so many reasons. Like it's screamy and then the chorus is awesome and it's just heavy and it just like makes me want to like jog. I love to run to this on the treadmill when I'm at the gym. When I'm lifting weights, it just like pumps me up and makes me feel extra super strong. For some reason, it's just like one of those songs that makes me feel really fucking good. And yes, it's called Choke. And yes, sometimes I feel like I want people to fucking choke and I'm okay with that. I feel like my level of anger is in a very healthy place. I think that everyone experiences anger, and anger is a part of life that we don't look at and talk about enough as a society. It's always seen as like this, ooh, you're so angry. Don't look at that. It's dark. And you're a bad person if you have rage. But like, okay, rage is one thing, but like there are healthy levels of anger and there is like healthy ways to express your anger and your rage, right? By just like screaming through fucking heavy metal music, or like going to the gym and just like pumping iron and like running on the treadmill, whatever works for you. There's lots of ways to work through and express your stress and anger in healthy ways. And for me, it's just music all the fucking time. I love it. Just like saying the things that you know people are thinking, but nobody fucking says. That is what I love about heavy metal the fucking most. But the chorus on this song, find me trapped inside my head. I can't find a way to bring myself back. Choking on these words unsaid. Spit it out before I fade out. No more time left for hope. At the end of your rope, choke. At the end of your rope, choke. It's not necessarily choke like choke on fucking a razor and die. It could be I'm choking on my fear. Not enough fucking oxygen in my lungs and I can't breathe, right? Like I'm suffocating in my fucking life. I feel like I'm choking on life. We are bleeding underneath. I see your shadow below the surface. I am taken by your sorrow. Read between the lines. More than meets the eye. A face so pure, he's insecure. He's been running for some time. Find me trapped inside my head. There's so many pieces of this song that just like I relate to in my mental health. It just feels like such a full way to describe if you've been through something hard and how it feels to be stuck in it and just feel like you're fucking drowning. I have felt this hard a lot of my life, and it is just one of those songs that makes me feel like it empowers me in a way that makes me feel so strong. I have been there. I fucking choked. I was at the end of my rope. I pushed through it. I know what this feels like. It sucks. And there's a lot of power in talking about like how fucked up we are and in these spaces where we get, and then just like screaming it out and saying, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I survived and it fucking sucked. And that song for me is something that does that for me. I'm not alone in this. Whoever wrote this song has had some experience feeling like they're in that same space, whatever it meant to them. And it's relatable. I think that a lot of people that struggle or have been through something hard would relate to those lyrics. So if you like metal and you have felt like that, you should check out this song. You might love it. Okay, and then I have one more, and then I've got to wrap this up. And then I'm just going to maybe list off a couple of like honorable mentions that you guys could go check out, because I'm not going to have time to talk about all the ones that I want to talk about. But the last song that I want to mention, also one of my favorites to scream to just right now. I have lots of like old time favorites. I am going to do 2 honorable mentions right now, and then I'll maybe do a couple at the end of the podcast. Death Thrown by Bad Omens. I really like that one. I'm not a huge Bad Omens fan, but that song specifically is a really good like fuck off, fuck you song. I should probably put it on my fuck off list. I don't think it's on there. I can't dig into it. I don't have time to dig into it, but the lyrics, I like the lyrics. They're just in a relatable like fuck off, fuck you kind of song that makes me feel like really empowered. Two-Faced by Linkin Park. Two-Faced, caught in the middle, caught in the middle. I like to throw that on when I'm feeling a little fucked up about like how where am I supposed to be going? Where's my head at? And just like angry about the people in the world that like put on fake masks, like put on masks and hide behind their fake personalities and all their bullshit. And I see through it, and I feel like I'm caught in between their 2 fucking personalities of feeling like you want to look this way, but this is who you actually are. And I think that there's also some way to relate in some way to feeling like sometimes we aren't always true to ourselves. And I've definitely had lots of spaces in my life where I have felt that way. So Two-Faced by Linkin Park. The last song that I want to dig into is Manic by Wage War. I have listened to this quite a bit lately because it's just like a really good, for me, mental health song, and especially really helped me through the winter this winter, because I felt like a fucking disaster through most of the winter. Usually like January and February are always really hard. March ended up being really shitty for me this year, which was surprising. And I don't know what it is about March. End of winter into spring, usually things are like growing and the air is like coming out fresh. But with that, I don't know, all the fucking sickness. But Manic, it reminds me of how I feel when I listen to Duality, because it's just like kind of chaotic and there's like a lot going on. I mean, the song's called Manic. It's a busy, loud song that has a lot of stuff going on. And then the lyrics are just like manic. And it makes me feel calm. Because it's so chaotic, it like brings me to this space of peace. I wish I knew why that is. Maybe I have an addiction to chaos. Who fucking knows? I should bring that up in therapy. Or maybe it's just because I'm so used to being around chaotic things and so many like heightened situations through my work that maybe it's something to do with my nervous system. I should probably ask about that. But anyway, I really like it. It's like loud and chaotic and crazy, and the lyrics are weird and sporadic, and I like that. And Wage War's cool. I like Wage War. Don't think I've talked about them very much in any of my episodes, but I do listen to them quite a bit. They've got some songs that I really like. Wage War. This song's new. I don't know how new this song is. I feel like it's fairly new. Okay, lyrics. Fear hits like a drug in the veins, hard to stop like a runaway train. Look around, but there's nobody to blame. Oh, what a shame. Spending nights just staring at the wall. Been there. Pay no mind to the demons in the hall. Also been there. Yeah, I'm numb. I don't feel nothing at all. Braced for the fall. Try to calm myself down, but I feel the panic. Is it all up in my head? Am I going manic? Try to calm myself down, but I feel the panic. Is it all up in my head? Manic. Manic! It's a war, but I'm never on attack. Holding on, but I'm slipping through the cracks. Don't want to be another body in the stack. Never coming back. Spending nights just staring at the wall. Pay no mind to the demons in the hall. Yeah, I'm numb. I don't feel nothing at all. The lyrics aren't super like complex or anything. It's easy to listen to. It's fun to listen to. And it's just a good song to like crank up in the fucking truck and just like rage out to while you're driving, where you're just like, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I like it. I feel like it's a good mental health song for anyone that has felt in a space where they feel like they're a little fucking manic. This song might be for you. And I'll play a little bit of it for you guys. And then I gotta fucking go. Yeah, okay, that's it. Honorable mentions, I will do, I'm going to finish putting my I Want to Scream playlist together, and you guys can check it out. I'll let you know when it's up. Hopefully it won't take me too much longer to finish it, but who fucking knows. Honorable mentions off of this list that I've created. If you like to listen to something that just makes you want to fucking scream. Doomsday by Architects, Wrath by Bury Tomorrow, Unconquered by Miss May I, No Less Violent by Bury Tomorrow. That's and Cold Sleep by Bury Tomorrow. Everything by Bury Tomorrow. Their songs are awesome. I'm sure there's like probably like 600 more fucking Slipknot songs I could also put on there. But yeah, Architects are cool. I definitely want to have more conversations about Architects and The Currents. Those are two bands that I've been digging into a lot lately that I really like. My next episode, who knows? I feel like I want to dig into songs like this a little bit more, like pick things apart and explain why I connect to them, what I like about them, why I find them to be like something that I want to listen to all the time. I also would love to hear why you guys like certain songs and why you are drawn to them. What about them you like the most? Is it the sound? Is it the lyrics? Is there just like one piece of it that you just fucking love that you just listen to over and over and over again? What is it? I want to hear what your favorite bands are for screaming, for working out to, for like just when you're in those moods where you're like, I want to get pumped up. And what do you guys listen to when you're feeling like you just want to like get into the zone and do something? Do you have a favorite song like that's new that you listen to right now? What is it? I want to hear what it is. Hit me up. I definitely have like lots of classic favorites that I didn't dig into, but those are kind of like my list of things that I put on the most often when I want to scream. I want to do an episode on like some of my most emotional favorite metal songs and the pieces of those that I like the most when I'm feeling like I just want to like settle into whatever I'm going through. If I'm in a state of feeling like a little bit more despair or sad or emo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, I might just do some episodes like that where I pick some songs apart that I fucking love and talk to you guys about why. But that's it for today, you guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Metal Talks. I fucking love the Metal Talks. I love talking about music. It pumps me up. If you want to come on the show and talk about metal, hit me the fuck up, you guys. And I'll see you next time on the Metal Talks, and we'll headbang through it. Peace, you guys.